power of ice cream changes lives. It's the most emotional food product that there is. It doesn't matter if you're the CFO or if you're the janitor, no matter what's happening in your world or your lives, good times or bad times, ice cream is something that it's accessible to everyone.
The creator,
Yep.
the owner, a founder, taste temptress.
The flavor temptress, yeah.
Good.
And also sometimes the chief dishwasher. We got a phone call back and they said, could you send us 15 of each of those flavors that you sent us last time?
Oh, man.
Yes.
Sure.
Absolutely.
It's O-list. It's Oprah.
Yes.
Really empowering and inspiring as a female. Talk about what got you started.
You know, I come from a pretty large Irish Italian family. We come from very humble beginnings. Let's just put it that way. Mm-hmm. And one Sunday after church, I heard some of the little other kids talking about going for ice cream. And of course, I ran over to my mom and I pulled on her dress and I said, hey, you know, do we get to go for ice cream too? And the answer was no. And she didn't really say why. And as a little kid, you just know that they get to do something you don't. Well, the next Sunday, the same thing happened. So I ran back up to my mom and I tugged her dress. I'm like, do we get to go for ice cream? Well, this went on for about 2 months that summer. I was about 7 or 8 years old. And the answer was always no. Well, you know, as a little kid, you don't know that you're not supposed to make your parents feel bad for being poor. You just,
you don't know that.
You don't know that. And so one Sunday we were driving home from church and my mom found an old ice cream maker, the hand crank kind, for $2. And she bought it. And we got home and she said, okay, go do your chores, change your clothes. We'll meet back here in the kitchen in an hour and we're going to make ice cream. Well, I was just like beyond the moon. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And so let me pause and take a couple of steps back. So I have 4 older brothers, my parents, grandparents, like we had a big family. And we were kind of like that family in church that like my mom was cooking for the old ladies. My dad was always fixing something at the church, but we didn't really get a lot of invites to anyone's house, right? Not only because we were a small army of people. We just kind of were our own little microcosm of a family. Sure. And so I don't want to say we were like over there, but kind of, you know, we were poor and like on Thanksgiving, you know, the day before Thanksgiving, we'd come home and there'd be groceries on our stoop.
Oh,
right. And so
I love that.
So, you know, that's where I came from.
Very humble.
Yes, very humble. Mm-hmm. And so my family was really well loved because, like I said, they did a lot for the church and a lot for a lot of people. So anyhow, so we make ice cream that Sunday. And we started making ice cream every Sunday after that. And so what happened was, probably more importantly, was that the other families in church heard that we were making homemade ice cream. And so all of a sudden, these people who we never knew or hung out with really started asking if they could come to our house to make ice cream. So one family would bring the milk, family would bring the cream. And so because we couldn't afford to do that for everyone. And so what it did for me as a child, it changed my life, my whole sense of community because of an ice cream cone. Wow. And it really stayed with me my whole life, Judy. That the power of ice cream changes lives. It creates connections. It makes memories. It bonds people. And so, you know, we made ice cream as a family every Sunday our whole life up until my mom passed away. And then I took over the torch. And it's something that has always stayed with me as my hobby and my passion. You know, some people golf and some people scrapbook. I always made ice cream. But so as I grew up and then I just happened to work in the food industry in my career. And when I decided after 25 years, I was ready to throw in the corporate towel and go follow my bliss, there was just no better way than to go make ice cream.
Yeah. That's what you did.
It's what we did, and just how powerful it was that it really affected me as a child. And my whole life, you know, when you talk about ice cream dreams, ice cream does that for people.
I totally agree. And to think that in a city where the cone was invented. Is pretty cool. The ice cream cone I'm talking. And by the way, I was so excited when I went to Union Station to go on the wheel and I saw Clementines is there.
Yes.
Boozy, my favorite. So, I mean, you not only did you do it and start it, but you started one and now you've got 3 or 4? 3. 4? So I know you're in Clayton. That's mine. That's
Yep.
my hangout. Clayton. And then where are the other 3?
So my first shop was in Lafayette Square, my neighborhood, right? Our second shop was in Clayton on DeMunn. Our third shop is in South City in the Southampton neighborhood. Our fourth shop is out in Lake St. Louis. And we just broke ground last week on Town and Country. So that's in process. And we can't announce it yet, but we're just signing the lease on number 6. So we're going to try to get 2 shops open this year.
Gosh, bringing local jobs, and yet you ship international or nationally, I should say. I'm not going to say internationally. Yeah, nationally within the U.S. And so how is that for you gone from this small business? Do you still have that passion, or do you find it being a dishwasher at times going, what am I thinking of? You know?
Well, we all have those days, right? And on those days for $1, it would be yours. Right? But no, I mean, I still love it. I still love what I do. I have such passion for making great ice cream. I have passion for our team. You know, we have over 60 employees now that we are supported in St. Louis. By our, you know, it's you know, it sounds very cliche, but like it's the dream I never knew I had came true.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry. I mean, it's really beautiful, and you're right. It does. Ice cream connects people, and to have that story, that real, authentic story of yours, is that's I think one of the reasons it is so successful. That love and that passion you have is in every bite of your creamery, every flavor. I
hope so, because I want to make ice cream the way we used to make ice cream. Or, I mean, I do make ice cream that way.
You do. Well, I don't know the way you used to, but I'm telling you, it's unlike anything I've ever tasted anywhere.
It's the best in the country by far.
Yes. I totally
I'm biased, of course, but
no, I agree.
Once would say so too, maybe.
And Oprah. I mean, come on, it's Oprah. So, I love that you're doing something, by the way, in the community. Speaking of which, you do a lot of stuff in the community, but let's kind of shift gears and talk about Art in Bloom at the St. Louis Museum. Is that the St. Louis Museum of Art?
Museum.
Art Museum. Yeah, I always there's so many museums around here. I always get them confused, but that's the one.
And they're all free.
You see,
Art in Bloom.
And your own Clementine's Naughty&Nice is doing something pretty cool.
So we're giving it a 10% discount of the St. Louis Art Museum who come in and purchase the floral ice creams. And so creating the floral series is super fun because I love Art in Bloom. It's such a cool event. And this year it's virtual, so anyone can participate. And they're really, you know, they get these amazing florists in town locally who do these beautiful bouquets based on these different paintings. And it was something that I've always loved doing every year. And so this was fun that I got to collaborate with them this year.
So you are married?
We are not married yet.
Okay.
But we got engaged.
I was just going to say, when are you going to put a ring on it? You got engaged?
We did. So yeah, but he's my universe partner in life and work and love and everything. So
well, congrats. When was that?
Last September we got engaged.
And then COVID happened, so.
Yeah, so.
How did that affect you, by the way? That must have been difficult.
So we were actually the only frozen dessert ice cream shop that stayed open the entire year. We did not close.
Wow, that's
we pivoted, amazing. And all of our shop managers became delivery drivers, and we did curbside and carry out, and we just hustled our hiney to stay open because people needed ice cream.
More than ever, people needed ice cream.
In the beginning, right in March, when everything like shut down, we sat down with all of our managers and we gave them the opportunity to say, we want to close. And we said, if you guys all want to close, we will close because we can't do this without you. And they all said, nope, the world needs ice cream and we love our jobs. We're going to stay open and we're going to work through this.
Yeah. And you're still doing the Boozy flavors.
Yes. Always.
Now, you are the only person that I know who's ever done anything like this. And for anybody who's not been to your creamery, explain what that is.
So it's Clementine's Naughty and Nice Creamery. Our naughty ice creams are boozy and fun. We have a trade secret process for infusing alcohol into ice cream and up to 18%. So our boozies are super boozy.
Mm-hmm.
And then our nice creams are for everyone else. But we also have a whole line of vegan and non-dairy ice creams for people who can't tolerate the lactose. So we have gluten-free. So I've worked really hard to make sure that everyone can enjoy ice cream, that
Mm-hmm.
ice cream isn't just for some people. So it doesn't matter what your dietary restriction is or what your issue is, we have something for you.
You grew up not always feeling inclusive, and you want to be inclusive, which I think is wonderful.
Absolutely.
Well, Tamara, I cannot tell you how I feel very honored to talk to you,
Thank
and thank you
you.
for your time. And as a female following your dreams, if you were to talk to a young lady, or even a little girl, what would you tell them? Or even a woman who's newly divorced? I've been there, and
So have I.
yeah. So how do you follow your dream?
You just do it. I mean, you be willing to make the sacrifice to give up everything to do what you think is right and what you want to do.
Mm.
And I left my big corporate job. I left all the money. I left all the other stuff. And I went into this thinking, I will never make as much money as I did before, which I probably won't. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to be happy every day. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't regret any of that, And so
Mm-hmm.
I think if your heart drives you to be happy every day and to follow your passion, then all those other things will come in ways that you just need it. Not maybe what you want, but what you need to get by and to make it happen and just to stay focused. Be prepared to work really, really hard and to have those $1 days.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have these little things, we call them $1 day stickers. And so we just kind of like put it up and everyone's like, got it. You're
Mm-hmm.
having a $1 day. And we're
And
like,
then
"Oh,
you move
that's okay
forward.
because that's life."
Listen, it's the moments. And you just have those moments. That's all we have. Yesterday's gone. It's the moments. So
And
thank you
Julie, I
for
have to
making.
tell you,
Yes.
I had a $1 day today. And you have pulled me out of that with this interview. So, in
Oh,
all honesty and transparency, thank you.
thank
Um,
you. You inspire me. You have no idea. So
you've made my day. So, thank you. And
big, big
here's real
thanks.
life.